Create Art Podcast. Project NaPoWriMo, otherwise known as National Poetry Writing Month. Hello friends, this is Timothy Chemo Bryan, your head instigator for Create Art Podcast, where I bring my 20 plus years of experience in the arts and education world to help you tame your inner critic and create more than you consume. So this month is National Poetry Writing Month. Happens every April. And National Poetry Writing Month is known as NaPoWriMo, and it's a creative writing project. And what they do is they give you prompts. If you go to the NaPoWriMo website at napowrimo.net, and they'll give you 30 prompts for the 30 days in April. Now, on the website, you can also interact with other people. This year is going to be different from the previous years that I've done this project. This year, I'm going to be writing poetry throughout the year, and I am following a different prompt than the one that the National Poetry Writing Month folks do. Now, I've been doing poetry since 1988. I know for a lot of people here, they're like, whoa, the 1900s. But I've been doing it for a long time. I've been writing poetry for a long time and performing my poetry. So this year, like I said, I'm going to be writing all throughout the year. And the blog that I'm using is called Think Written. And the links for that will be in the show notes. I'm also going to be performing these works at Couture Coffee House here in Fredericksburg, Virginia, on their Friday night Snaps open mic poetry reading. You'll have a link for that, again, in the show notes. And a lot of people, they ask me, hey, Tim, why do you do this to yourself every year? And my answer to that is, if I'm going to ask you to be, taming your inner critic and creating things, then I need to be doing it too, right alongside you. So that's why this year I'm doing it a little bit different, but I will be interacting with the poets there on the NaPoWriMo site. And we'll see how this goes. I'm pretty excited to be doing it this way. Okay, welcome back, everyone. So today's prompt, and I'm using the prompts from NaPoWriMo. Today's prompt is begin by reading Bernadette Mayer's poem, The Lobulas of Fear. And links will be in the show notes for that. Now, write your own poem titled The Blank of Blank, where the first blank is a very particular kind of plant or animal, and the second blank is an abstract noun. The poem should contain at least one simile that plays on double meanings or otherwise doesn't quite make sense, and describe things or beings from very different times or places as coexisting in the same space. So I had to look up what an abstract noun is. Oh my God. But I came up with the vulture of tolerance. It doesn't matter who we are, or where we came from, or what religion we subscribe to, how much money we made, how many people's lives we have positively impacted. There is no difference in party allegiance or nationality, gender or sexual orientation, if your socks match, if you're wearing underwear, or prefer to go commando. If there's dirt under your fingernails, or calluses on your palms, or glitter nail polish that you let your children apply. If you are obese, or suffer from a chronic disorder, or suffer from too much of the chronic. Once your body is laid out in a field, you all taste the same to them. And no, you don't taste like chicken. You are their food, and all that makes you matters little to them. Your dreams and aspirations are just seasoning. They don't care at all about anything you have done. You are what's for dinner. Dark meat, light meat, meat is meat. And when you are as ugly as they are, an easy meal is like going to the drive-thru for them. So, cheer up. Be their happy meal. And make sure not to carry plastic toys in your pockets. Choking hazard, you know. Wouldn't want to be the next meal. All right, so that was my poem for this day for National Poetry Writing Month. I hope you enjoyed it. You can go right to the website, createartpodcast.com, and you can go ahead and comment right there in the comment section if you like. Now, something I'd like to ask you is, if you enjoyed it, shoot me an email, timothy@createartpodcast.com. I want to hear about your journey, and I want to hear about what you're working on. And if you'd like to be on the show or, would like to discuss a topic that's giving you trouble, well, then go ahead and email me. Let's start that conversation. I also want to let you know about another podcast that I do, and that one is called Find a Podcast About, and that's where I help you find your next binge-worthy podcast and outsmart that algorithm. You can find that podcast at findapodcastabout.xyz. Last thing I'd like to say here is if you found value in the show, let me know. Pass it on to a friend. If you have ideas on what I could do better to make this a 5-star podcast, I want to hear about those too. I want to be helping you with your art, to be bold with your art, as I do it right beside you. I'll see you next time.